Hey everyone, and welcome to Her Code Camp's first Byte-Sized Series video on project development. Starting a project on your own is a great way to develop your skill set, be creative, be autonomous, and start building your resume. Today, we're going to give you all our tips and tricks for starting a project in tech. We're going to tell you how to come up with a project idea, how to identify the resources you need to solve the idea, and actually how to get started on it.
But even before starting a coding project, you may be wondering, where do I get an idea for a project? You can get ideas almost anywhere and everywhere. Any small problem that you encounter can be turned into a project. There are plenty of online resources that can help you get started. Ideas from building your own tic-tac-toe game, to building your own web page, or even doing a sentiment analysis in social media posts. You can even draw inspiration based off of your own interest. Here are a few questions that can help you with brainstorming. As you can see, project ideas don't have to be new, wild ideas that no one has ever thought of before. You can always improve an existing project or tool and add your own twist to it.
Once you've identified a problem or a project that you'd like to work on, there are a few things to consider before jumping right into it, and that is identifying your needs. This is something that we call project scoping. When thinking about project scope, it's important to ask yourself what the end goal is. What do you want to see created at the end of your project? Keeping the big picture in mind will be very helpful in every stage of your project. It's going to help you focus on the most important parts at each stage. Once you have the end goal in mind, the next question to ask yourself is, what resources are you going to use for this project? Some questions that you can ask yourself are, what programming languages or interfaces am I going to use? What kind of data am I going to use? For example, am I going to analyze news data sets, social media data sets? Another question you can ask yourself is, are there any templates online that can help you? For example, if you're building a website. There are a lot of online resources out there. We've gone ahead and shared a couple of useful links in the video description below, so make sure to check that out as well. Finally, working with a team is a great idea. Brainstorming with others can help generate more creative ideas, and it can also help boost your productivity. But most importantly, it will also be a lot more fun. Joining some of the programs here at Her Code Camp, you'll be able to find some amazing teammates to work with on some of your future projects.
Now that you know the problem you want to solve and what you need to solve the problem, let's jump right in. If you don't know where to start, break the problem down into little bite sizes. Let's say you want to code a rock, paper, scissors game on Python. You're in front of your empty script, but you don't know where to start, you don't know what to type. Well, let's think of your end goal first. Your goal is to code a rock, paper, scissors game against a computer where the winner will be the one that wins 3 times first. Now that you have your end goal in mind, you can break the problem down into little parts. Step 1, choose your move. Step 2, simulate the computer's move. Step 3, identify the winning move. Step 4, repeat until someone wins 3 times first. Now you have your little parts to work on, so it will become easier to start coding. If you think this is too much work, we can break it down even further. How would you identify the winning move given your move and the computer's move? Well, if you played rock but the computer scissor, then you win. However, if you played rock and the computer paper, then the computer wins. So the result will depend on different pairs of different moves you played. Now you can code this to check each possibility of pair of moves. Now the problem became more straightforward and easier by breaking it down into even smaller parts. Sometimes you can find yourself stuck at the beginning or at the middle of the script. In this case, you can move on to work on other bite sizes before coming back to it. This way, it will refresh your mind, you will code more efficiently, and working on other parts can give you some new ideas to tackle the problem you're encountering.
Here's a recap of what we learned in today's video. 1. Project ideas are everywhere. Think of something that you want to improve in your own environment or look online to get inspired. 2. Now that you have an idea, think of what resources you're going to need to bring your idea to life. 3. If a project seems like it's going to be really hard or you don't know how to get started, break your project down into bite-sized chunks. Now, your task is to solve each chunk separately and assemble them together in the end. We hope this video gave you some good tips on how to get started on a project. Be sure to keep your eye out for future Her Code Camp events where we're going to put some of these ideas into practice together. Also, be sure to like us on YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.